Hello everyone, welcome back to Biology Board. I am Bridya Shotalia and I will be conducting about algae and its classification today. So, we will discuss here about what is algae, who has given its classification, what are their examples, how many divisions are there in algae, everything etc. Let's go through all these slides of algae and its classification. So first, what is algae? Algae are defined as a group of predominantly aquatic, photosynthetic, and nucleus-bearing organisms that lack the true roots, stem, leaves, and specialized multicellular reproductive structure of plants. What is algae? Algae can be defined as predominantly aquatic and photosynthetic and nucleus-bearing organism. Okay, and that lacks true roots, stem, and leaves. What are these known as? A thallus body. What does the thallus body contains? It does not contain any true roots, stem, and leaves. The body is known as thallus body. Okay, so algae is the first existing group of plants on Earth. Okay, they were the first existing group of plants on the Earth. As we see in the plant kingdom classification, algae are in the first position. Okay, as the thallus structure of plants is very simple, they are known as primitive plants. The thallus structure are very simple, that's why they are known as primitive plants. The study of algae is called algology or phycology. Professor Iyengar is considered as the father of modern algology in India. Remember this point? Professor Iyengar is considered as the father of modern algology in India. Okay, so what type of plant body is algae? The plant body of algae is either unicellular or multicellular, either prokaryotic or eukaryotic, and either filamentous or colonial. Unicellular and multicellular means one cell or more than one cell, multicellular. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic, primitive न्यूक्लियस जिसमें प्रेजेंट होगा उसको प्रोकैरियोटिक कहेंगे और यूकैरियोटिक किसे कहेंगे जिसमें वेल डेवलप्ड न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन होगा मेम्ब्रेन बाउंड ऑर्गेनेल्स होंगे जिसमें उसको यूकैरियोटिक कहेंगे and then comes filamentous or colonial. Okay, now mode of nutrition is autotrophic. When why autotrophic? They are photosynthetics. Okay, they can prepare their own food by themselves. That's why the mode of nutrition is autotrophic. Reproduction occurs by three means. Three types of reproductions are seen in algae. First one is vegetative reproduction, that is occurred by the fragmentation. Another one is asexual reproduction by spores, and sexual reproduction is carried out by conjugation. Okay, three types of reproductions are seen. Always remember three types of reproduction: vegetative, asexual, and sexual. Okay, sex organs are naked. Sex organs are naked. Gilbert Morgan Smith proposed his own system of classification. Who was Gilbert Morgan Smith? He was a botanist and phycologist. He proposed his own system of classification of algae, and he divided algae into seven divisions. First one is chlorophyta, then euglenophyta, then pyrophyta, chrysophyta, phaeophyta, cyanophyta, and rhodophyta. So I have combined everything in one table. Okay, this is the whole table of classification. Let's go through all table. The first division is chlorophyta, second is euglenophyta here, third pyrophyta, chrysophyta, phaeophyta, cyanophyta, and rhodophyta. These are their characteristics, how their cell structure is, how many species included, what is their habitat, what are their dominant pigments, what is the reserve food material, common names, salient features, and their examples. So, chlorophyta. The cell structure of chlorophyta is unicellular to multicellular. How many species included? 5,700 species are included in Chlorophyta. 90% are marine, 10% freshwater. Dominant pigments are chlorophyll A and B. Reserve food material is starch, commonly known as green algae, and they are membrane-bound chloroplast and nuclei. Some are symbiotic with fungi, giving lichens. Algae in symbiotic relationship with fungi are known as lichens. Okay, this is their special characteristic of chlorophyta. Then, one of the most important producers in ecosystem. Yes, chlorophyta are the one of the most important producers in ecosystem because they are autotrophic. The green pigments are present in chlorophyta and they are photosynthetic. They are the primitive plants. Okay, examples are volvox, eulothrix, and cara. So, how volvox, eulothrix, and cara looks like? So, this is volvox, volvox. This is eulothrix, and this is cara. As we have seen, what are they? They are known as green algae. Therefore, they are seen as green algae. These are the Google image, but for a better understanding, I have just combined everything in a slide. Okay, you can search it on Google and find better photos there also. Then comes Euglena. Euglena, the cell structure unicellular. 470 species are included in Euglena. They are freshwater and terrestrial species. Dominant pigments are chlorophyll and beta carotene. Peramylum and fats are the reserve food material in Euglena. The common name is euglenoids. Okay. Salient feature: reproduce asexually, lack of true cell wall, and body covered by flexible pellicle. What is pellicle? Pellicle is a thin skin. Okay. The body is covered by a thin skin. They lack a true cell wall. Cell wall is present, but not that true. Okay. Example is Euglena. This is Euglena. This is how it looks. The body is covered by a thin pellicle, and yes, this is unicellular. They are unicellular. Euglenoids. The common name of Euglena, Euglenophyta, euglenoids. Then Pyrophyta. Pyrophyta, the cell structure is unicellular. 1,000 species are included in Pyrophyta. Their habitat, they are marine or freshwater. Dominant pigments, chlorophyll A and C, carotene, and xanthophyll. These are the dominant pigments in Pyrophyta. The reserve food material is starch and oil. Common name are known as dinoflagellates. They are known as dinoflagellates. Salient features: they are rarely colonial. Group contains both non-photosynthetic and photosynthetic forms, and they are biflagellate. Pyrophytas, the algae are biflagellate. Example: Dinophysis. This is Dinophysis. They are biflagellate. Okay, and they are known as dinoflagellates. Okay. Then comes Chrysophyta. The spelling mistake here. I have Chrysophyta. Okay. Cell structure unicellular. Species included 6,000 species are included in Chrysophyta. 75% are marine, 25% are freshwater. Carotene and xanthophylls are dominant pigments. Leucocene and oil, their reserve food material. They are known as golden brown algae and diatoms. Golden brown algae and diatoms. Chrysophyta. Okay. Cell wall is made up of cellulose and silica. They are free swimming. They have a protein rich layer called pellicle. Their outer skin is have a protein rich. They are protein rich pellicle. They are free swimming and cell wall made up of cellulose and silica. Examples are Chromiolina, Botredium, and Pinularia. This is Chromiolina. This is Botredium. This is Pinularia. Okay. They are so minute. We can call it as diatoms too. Okay. Yes. Then comes Phaeophyta. The Phaeophyta comes with multicellular cell structure. They have multicellular cell structure. 1000 species are included in Phaeophyta. They are mostly marine. Phycophene and fucoxanthin are their dominant pigments. The reserve food materials is laminarin and mannitol. They are commonly known as brown algae. Brown algae, okay? Most complex forms of algae. Phaeophyta are the most complex forms of algae and found in shallow water. Plant body with rhizoids and fronds. I think everyone is clear with the terms and all. If you have any doubt, then get me know in the comment section. And the examples of Phaeophyta are Ectocarpus and Sargassum. Let's see the figure. This is how Ectocarpus looks like, and this is how Sargassum look like. Just see this. The every algae in these slides looks very simple and microscopic, but look at this. Ectocarpus and Sargassum. They have a complex structure. These are the complex forms of algae, and they are known as brown algae. Then cyanophyta. The cyanophyta are the multicellular cell structure. 1500 species are included in cyanophyta. They are mostly freshwater, chlorophyll A and B, C phycocyanin and C phycoerythrin. These are the dominant pigments in cyanophyta. Cyanophycin starch is the reserved food material of cyanophyta. And the common name is blue-green algae. Blue-green algae is the common name of cyanophyta. The motile cells in the algae are absent. They can't move from here and fro. Okay. Usually enclosed in a sheath. They are enclosed in a sheath-like structure. Reproduction is sexual or asexual. And the examples are nostoc and enabena. This is nostoc and enabena. The nostoc, the picture is from the seashore. Okay, and this one is a microscopic structure of enabena. Hmm. They are known as blue-green algae. Then comes Rhodophyta. Rhodophyta are mostly multicellular. The 2,500 species are included in Rhodophyta. They are mostly marine. R. phycoerythrin. This is the dominant pigment in Rhodophyta. The reserve food material is Floridian starch. And the common name is red algae. Rhodophyta, red algae. Okay. Salient feature is lack of flagella. They are mostly lithophytes. What is lithophytes? They are attached to the rocks. The cell wall is made up of cellulose. The example is Batrachospermum. This is the Batrachospermum example. Look at these sides. This appears little bit red in color. That's why they are known as red algae. So clear with the terms? Chlorophyta, Euglenophyta, Pyrophyta, Chrysophyta, Phaeophyta, Cyanophyta and Rhodophyta. These are the 7 divisions given by Gilbert Morgan Smith. Who was he? He was a botanist and phycologist. He proposed his own system of classification of algae and gave us these 7 divisions of algae. Okay. So this was all about today's lecture. Hope you like it. Thank you. Thank you for watching it.